for those of you who don't know or are too young to know, basically back before we had the graphics that we have now in our game consoles, we were restricted to little pixel sprites, and if you didn't know any better you had no idea who the hell you're playing. So what they did is they tried to make the box art as appealing as they could, and it was never going to be a general representation of what you're going to experience in the game. So some of these you'll just find that are way out there and just unbelievably 80s and awesome. So let's get into it. Okay, straight up. Now the title alone is just an instant sell. Bad Dudes. Oh yeah, I want to play this. Apparently in the 80s all we were doing were fighting in street gangs, and everybody had helicopters and ninja stars. So yeah, look at that. I mean, Double Dragon, that's pretty much what I'm thinking right off the bat, but yeah, there was plenty of those kind of games in the 80s. Okay, next we've got Shatterhand. I have no idea what to say about this game or what it could be. Is he a Terminator or something? Did he just punch someone in the teeth and they split his skin open? I have no idea, but he just looks like a bad 80s dad. Look at those glasses, man. Rockin'. He's awesome, alright. Wow. Okay, now I don't know if this has got anything to do with Bad Dudes, but Two Crude Dudes could very well be a sequel for it. I've no idea, man. It just looks like Dude Nukem and his older brother or something. In saying that, the artwork's pretty badass. Looks like there's some kind of a castle or some crap in the background, and some lightning and some other steroid pumped dudes. This is pretty much as macho as you can get, I'd say. Then we've got this guy, total opposite of macho. Man, I reckon he gets plenty of pussy. Look at him, bloody hell. Oh dear, he's just as rad as it gets. I don't know, man. I can't say it, but this is 80s. The bright colours, the little designs, the weird shapes and everything. Apparently in the 80s everything was on a little grid. Interesting. In pyramids, go figure. I don't know what his treasure is, but I don't know if I want to know. Look at now this one here. It's a bit different. I'm on the fence about it actually. I think it's pretty good for what it is. It's pretty good artwork for something from the 80s. The design elements, the little squiggles and all that was pretty popular in the 80s. The name of the artist escapes me that made it popular, but yeah, if you remember Saved by the Bell, the intro was all over that kind of stuff. So, but you can see his shirt and his pants and his skateboard, it's all been painted on. It's not real, but still, I mean, it's not a bad cover compared to some of the other horrid things we had. Now next up is I don't know, what is this? I could just imagine a boardroom meeting where someone's like, okay, right, so ninjas, they're really popular right now. What are we going to do? Like, what's the kind of game that we can make with ninjas in it? And some other guy pipes up, oh man, look, kids, they love golf. I'm like, I reckon they love golf. Let's just put them together. Oh mate, that's a great idea, let's do it. Oh shit, that's great. And we get this. I'm speechless. I mean, the cleverest thing about this is the little golf tees on his little utility sleeve thing, and that's pretty clever, where his ninja stars would be, and he's got a couple of golf balls there where his smoke bombs would be. But the only redeeming factor would be if you'd hit the golf balls at tee off with his sword, but I don't think they would have gone that far. Oh look, there's even a nunchuck hanging from his golf clubs. Very good. I could imagine being the guy they hired for this photo shoot. Some poor guy is trying to break into acting and trying to do whatever he can, and he gets a gig like this, and they're like, right mate, you're going to play a ninja. This is going to be great. It's going to be a good gig and he's stoked. He goes home and tells his wife about it, and he's all excited. He goes to the shoot, and then they tell him about this concept. It's a ninja golf game. I could only imagine he left the acting business and decided to wake up to himself and get a real job. Poor bloke. Speaking about ninjas and how popular they were in the 80s, this just goes to show how awesome is this. I mean, you can only get away with a cover like this in the 80s. I mean, really. Riding a motorbike with a ninja sword, battling Black Panthers. I mean, how awesome is that? It doesn't get much more awesome than this. But I don't know what that explosion is coming from, but I could only imagine it's another panther that is just annihilated. But yeah, this kind of makes me want to play it, I've got to admit. And now, this is probably the favourite one I found. Vice Project Doom. It's about as Steven Seagal title as you can get. Now, the thing that gets me the most is there's nothing in the background. I could only imagine that's like flame from an explosion that's just gone off. There's a little laser thing in the back there, but just look closely. Now, the expression on that lady's face is just quite haunting. Like, she's seen some shit. I mean, look at that. That's intense. And even that guy, the dude, his face is kind of like, I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. That's amazing. So this is probably my favourite of the bunch, actually. Intense. Now, for those of you who don't know who this is, shame on you. No, not really. But do you know Fabio? This is him. He's the guy he got famous by being on all the romance novel covers and then gets hit in the face by a duck or something on a roller coaster and breaks his nose. Yeah, that's him. This was before I think he got his romance novel gigs. So, everybody had to start somewhere, but he does a good job, I guess. But wow, Fabio, most beautiful man in the cosmos, indeed. Speaking of which, I don't know, I had no segue for that. But now, this is a game that would have made the younger Chunt'D a little excited in the pants. Mainly because I would have walked into the game shop and saw this cover and would have been like, gazungas, holy dooly. Mum, buy me this game, it's got boobs on it. That alone would have sold me. But see, this is the kind of stuff they had to do to sell games back in the day. You couldn't be showing all promo art of the actual graphics and how it actually runs and all that kind of stuff. You had to really sell it on the cover. And this has sold it. Now, this one here, I do not know where to go with this. I've no idea who the Gianna sisters are and why they're great. And why there seems to be a time warp of sort, but seriously, who thought this would... I don't know who was sold on this art cover for a game. It just looks like those little Goomba things or whatever from Mario, and the little eye blob dude from Kid Icarus or something. But maybe even got mushrooms in a castle. But come on, try some imagination for God's sakes. I think the artist got bored along the way because the girl's been painted rather badly, and I think he just gave up. And if you look really closely, he's really done a subtle job of accentuating her nipples coming through the shirt. So obviously she's going through some kind of adventure with no bra on. So, and she's too bogan. She doesn't wear any bloody sandals or shoes or anything. So now this is another one that made me laugh my ass off. I mean, straight up, look at the dudes. Not only are they going into battle with no armor, like the guy on the left just didn't give a shit, and the other guy's like, fuck, whatever, I don't need any armor, whatevs. But just look at their faces. The dude on the left is like, fucking oath, yeah, fuck you all. And the other guy's like, fuck yeah, I'm awesome. I mean, wow. It looks like you got some kind of stormtrooper down there, and there's that Bigfoot on the other side. And I don't know what's going on with the goat demon dude, but that's pretty evil looking. And there's a big old mean castle in the background. The goat in the castle would probably make a decent metal band cover, 80s cover back in the day actually. But the thing that lets this down the most is the font of Crackdown. Man, as a graphic designer, I would be ashamed to have put that as the best work I could do onto anything. It's like you just woke up one day and slapped this together with some impact font and stretched it out with a kind of 3D effect and went, you know what, I'm the best graphic designer ever, they're going to love this. Apparently someone did. Well, there's only a few game covers there. I could have displayed some of the more obvious ones that you guys have known or seen before, but I tried to dig pretty deep on some other obscure ones that I've never seen before to share with you guys. So Let me know what you think of these covers, and are there any other game covers that I should know about or I should have a look at? Just let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and if you can give this video a like, I'd really appreciate it. And tune in next time for another video, and we'll get Chunt'D again. Alright, see you guys.